Now, at the time of determination of the supply of the goods and services, there are few items for which it is difficult to detect whether they are to be considered as supply of goods or they are to be taken as supply of services. Now, before introduction of GST Act, the tax practitioner faces a serious problem regarding these items. But in GST Act, we have section 7 subsection 1A, that is to be read with schedule 2 for clarification of such item, whether they are to be taken as supply of goods or they are to be considered as supply of services. Today we discuss on such item. Now, here activity or transaction to be treated as supply of goods or supply of services as referred to section 2 as per section 7 subsection 1A is discussed. Section 7 subsection 1A of CGST Act stipulates that where certain activities or transaction constitute a supply in accordance with the provision of section 7 subsection 1, they shall be treated either as supply of goods or supply of services as referred to in schedule 2. Thus, it refers to schedule 2 for determining whether a particular transaction is a supply of goods or supply of services. These help in mitigating the ambiguities which exist in the earlier law. Now, prior to introduction of GST, there was a lot of controversy that whether a transaction can be regarded as sale of goods or it will be regarded as provision of services. Now, to remove such ambiguities, section 7 subsection 1A of the Act referred to schedule 2 for determining whether a particular transaction is supply of goods or supply of services is being introduced. So, for clarification of the items which are generally may taken as the composite version of supply of goods or services, for them in GST Act 2017 has section 7 subsection 1A, that is to be read with schedule 2 to detect whether such items are to be considered as supply of goods or may be treated as provision of services. Now, today we start our discussion on these events. Now, the activity to be treated as supply of goods or services are as under. First, we discuss about the transfer. Now, if the transfer of title in goods is made, it is to be taken as supply of goods. When transfer of the right in goods or of undivided share in goods without transfer of title thereof is made, then it is to be taken as supply of services. And when transfer of title in the goods under an agreement which stipulates that property in goods shall pass at a future date upon the payment of the full consideration as agreed, then it is to be taken as supply of goods. So, transfer are to be classified in three parts. Transfer of title in goods, it is to be taken as supply of goods. Transfer of right in goods or undivided share in goods without transfer the title thereof. That means here transfer is made for the right in goods or for undivided share in goods, but here title of the goods is not transferred. If such transfer is taken place, then it is called supply of services, not to be considered as supply of goods. Further, when the transfer of title in goods under an agreement which stipulates that property in the goods shall pass at a future date. That means here the title of the goods will shall pass at a future date when full consideration is to be paid. If this is the agreement, that means when full consideration is to be paid, the title of the goods is to be transferred. Such type of transfer is called supply of goods. Now we discuss about land and building. Now regarding land and building, if lease, tenancy, license to occupy land is to be made, lease, tenancy, license to occupy land is to be made, then they are to be taken as supply of services. When lease or letting out either wholly or partly of the building, including a commercial, industrial or residential complex for business or commerce is made, then it is to be taken as supply of services. So for land and building, when lease, tenancy, license to occupy land is made, lease, tenancy and license to occupy land, here all the things are related with land, either it is lease of land, tenancy of land or license to occupy land, etc. These are made, they are to be taken as supply of services. And when lease or letting out either wholly or partly of the building, that means it is concerned with the building, lease or letting out either wholly or partly of the building, including commercial, industrial or residential complex for business or commerce. That means here lease, letting out of the building, including a commercial, industrial or residential complex made for the purpose of the business or commerce, then such type of lease or letting out of the building is to be considered as supply of services. Next, for treatment or process, when treatment or process which is applied to another person's goods, here the activity is treatment or process which is applied to the other person's goods, then it is to be taken as supply of services. I repeat again, when treatment or processing which is applied to other person's goods, that means that goods is produced or that goods, the owner of that goods is any other person, but on that goods treatment or processing is made, then such activity is called supply of services. Next, transfer of business asset. Now here goods forming part of the asset of a business are transferred or disposed of by or under the direction of the person carrying on the business, so as no longer to form part of those assets whether or not for a consideration. That means here the activity is the goods forming part of the asset or business are transferred. So activity is that transfer of the goods that forming part of the asset of the business are transferred, or it may be disposed of by or under the direction of the person carrying on the business, so as no longer to form the part of those assets whether or not for a consideration, then this is to be taken as supply of goods. I repeat again that here activity is that the transfer of goods forming part of the business asset are made, or disposal of the goods that forming part of business asset are made, and this is made under the direction of the person who are carrying on the business, and since they are transferred or they are disposed of, so they are no longer to form part of the part of those assets hereafter. And in such a case, if this transfer is made with or without consideration, then it is to be taken as supply of goods. Next, goods held oblique used for the business are put to private use or use made available to any person for use for any purpose other than business by or under the direction of the person carrying on the business, whether or not for a consideration. Here activities goods held oblique used for the business, that means the goods which are held for use in the business, that goods is put to private use, that means the goods which are held for the business is being used for the private purpose, and that is made by or under the direction of the person who carrying the business, and this activity can be made against some consideration or may not be carried out against consideration. That means here the goods that are held for using in the business is being used for the private purpose, for the private purpose for any person, and that is to be done by or under the direction of the person who carrying such business, who carrying the business, and that may be made with or without consideration. And if these activities are done, then it is to be taken as supply of services. I repeat again, here the goods that are held for the purpose of the business are being used for the private purpose for any other person, but this is made or this is done by or under the direction of the person who are carrying on the business, but this activity are done with or without consideration. If this activity are done with or without consideration, it is to be taken as supply of services, not as supply of goods.